Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and we have got an exciting one because there is a new free daily login reward champion being added to Raid Shadow Legends. So I've got it pulled up, but I have not read it yet word for word. I'm going to give you my first live reaction, and then I'll grade the different abilities, and I'll do my best to predict if we're going to like or dislike this champion, and we may even show what the community is kind of tending to think as well. So let's get into it. Alrighty, now we do also have the summon bonus legendary out of sacred shards event going on for the next day and a half, but I already did a dedicated video on that. I'll try to remember to pop it up over there if you would like to see my thoughts on the bonus legendary event going on. But the priority of this video is going over the new login champion, obviously. And they are going to be adding to the Knight Revenant faction. Now, the Knight Revenant faction has gotten a lot of love in the last year or so. I mean, all these champions they've added: Gaius, Shemnith, Versolf, Mother Sibylle, Walking Tomb Drang, Cavalax, like an insane amount. I've never seen them add this many legendaries this fast to a single faction. It's been like approaching 6 or 7 within a year, and now we're getting a free login champion. All in all, I'm okay with it because Knight Revenant is pretty unanimously regarded as one of the 3 hardest factions in Faction Wars to finish. Some people rank them 1, some people rank them 3, but regardless, they are an extremely tough faction to finish for Faction Wars, and they also have the toughest boss, a lot of people think, with the one that does the mirror universe that swaps all of your buffs and debuffs between the 2 enemies. Can make it really difficult, especially on full auto. But anyway, let's pull up the kit and go over this live. First up, we've got an AoE A1. That's super cool. I really dislike how they don't show us the books and the buff chance and the base stats and stuff, but we'll do our best to predict. So AoE, 25% chance of removing a random buff from AoE buff strip on the A1. That's really, really good. If I had to guess, there'll be like some books here that go 5, 5, so that would be 35. And then maybe a 10%, and then maybe like a 10% damage. So if I had to guess, this probably goes up to, I mean, 50 would be a nice round number, but that seems awfully strong. An AoE 50% chance of removing a buff from each target for a login champion. I'm gonna guess it's like 4 books on the A1, and we get to like 45, 50% to remove a random buff from each target. And then we've got an A2 that is going to attack all enemies. So lots of AoE coming out from this champion with a 50% chance of placing a stun. I'm going to guess that books up to a 75% chance. And then a debuff for 1 turn. Transfers a random debuff from this champion to the target, to targets that receive a stun from this skill. Okay, that's kind of cool, but it's gonna be hard to get value out of that. It's definitely gonna book to a 3-turn cooldown based on what that is here in the kit. And then we've got now this one, I don't know, this one could book to 4 or 3, and that's going to be a big determining factor in how good this champion is. But we've got place ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. So okay, yeah, and that told me, right? I just now noticed kind of live. That told me it's probably going to scale with defense or HP. So place ally protection on all allies except the champion for 2 turns. Also place a counter attack. That's cool, because then we're going to be getting the counter attack buff strip. So very nice. And then the passive of fill this champion's turn meter by 5% each time an ally inflicts a critical hit. Heal the champion by 5% each time their max, 5% of their max HP each time an enemy inflicts a. This is super cool. Like, my first reaction, so I really doubt this books to 3 turns. This probably books to 4. But in terms of designing a daily login champion, I'll try to look at what the community is saying here in a second, but I bet it's going to be pretty positive. This looks decently solid. You get a tanky champion that scales with HP, an ally protector that can place a counterattack on itself that will then make it do AoE buff stripping, has some CC with AoE stun, and then a passive that gives guaranteed and consistent value. Yeah, like, I'm gonna give this, like, in terms of the game and how strong it is, I'm gonna give this like an A. I think this is pretty well done. I think this champion will have a fun niche in the game and be good for a lot of different content, and maybe like, you know, filling out like Hydra teams and progression and stuff like that. It's not going to be like a Duchess or you know, a Kymar or something like that. And then in terms of their design, I'll give it there's nothing new, so I would also give that an A. I would go A+ if there was some sort of like fun new mechanic. All of this stuff kind of exists in Raid already, but you know, I'll give them a score of an A, and I'll give the champion in terms of its role in the game, based off what I see right now, an A, because should be pretty generally useful. So I was gonna try to pull up and look at what the community was saying in terms of if they were fans of this champion or not and what they thought, but I'm not even seeing a topic on Reddit for this champion. So already, I just took a break for a little bit and was kind of looking around. I was going to try to show what the community thought of the champion. I thought that might be fun to kind of react to in a video. There is not even a topic on Reddit yet as of me recording this. I know it's kind of new news. It's only been out for like an hour or two about this champion, so not a whole lot of discussion taking place yet. So would love to hear what you think down below in the comment section, and I may host like a poll on my channel or something to try to figure out what the community at large is thinking, and then we may give you some context like tomorrow or something as to how people are feeling about this champion. But I think honestly pretty good. I have no clue what other people think yet. I haven't talked to any other creators or anything. I just kind of woke up and started working on content for the day. But I think this champion is going to be received pretty positively. It's a free champion that's great for progression, daily login reward, and brings a lot of fun general utility to an account, but is not going to be some god tier champion like a Duchess or a Siphi or some like game-changing arena champion. Just going to be kind of a solid, generally useful progression type champion that's fun to have. But yeah, that'll do it for this one, and let me know what you think, like I said, because we're going to try to get some accurate opinions on this. And I think Plarium said that the champion will show up in the game tomorrow, is kind of what they told us behind the scenes. And then we'll be able to kind of see what it looks like in the index when we can actually pull up the books and the base stats. And I've been trying to get them to add that stuff to the infographics they released. Just like give us the base stats over on the bottom right and show us what the books and stuff do would make these infographic teasers 100 times better. But yeah, I will keep you in the loop on that and give you context as soon as possible. If you're pulling shards for the bonus legendary event, good luck and have fun. Hopefully you get something great for your account, and that will do it for me on this one. Make sure to subscribe because I will keep you in the loop tomorrow as to what everybody thinks about this new champion, and I will see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.